So my basement's changed a little bit since the last time I was working on it. We got most of the framing done here on the walls. This is going to be the office in here, which this wall I think was already here, but we actually moved it out about a foot. Sort of trying to frame in all of the HVAC stuff here. Biggest problem right now is the ceiling height on here, but I got a new idea. Originally we were going to run these 2x4s across here. But what I actually thought about was we've got these beams here that sit just below the cold air return in the supply air here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some 2x4s and we're going to put a little bit piece come down here, and then we're going to run a board right across at the same height as this here. So it's going to sit right in between, and then we're going to just nail the drywall all the way across. And we're going to do that here, and then we're going to run a board right across just on top of this 2x4 here. Same height. Be perfect. Then bathrooms kind of got some work done here. I've got to somehow figure out how I'm going to get a vent up and out here for exhaust. Storage room, a little bit messy still, but most of the wiring's been pulled. Stuff is all just waiting here to get put into the panel. Networking cables getting pulled. I've still got to order a speaker cable and put that in there. We're still going to run some conduits because I'm going to come right up in here and we're going to run conduits all the way down along with the electrical and the Cat 6 there. And then we're going to bring a couple of drops and we're going to drop it right into this wall here and hopefully on that wall there. And then I also got to run one kind of up where the light is there, and that's where the projector is going to go. But for the most part, that's the update. As well as rip the old door out there. This used to be the old entrance to the basement. I've still got to put board up here so that we have it lined up on 24-inch centers. And also took out the back wall. This used to be the closet coming into the basement. But now that I've taken that wall out, this is actually going to be my entrance. These are going to get changed to solid core doors. They're going to have door sweeps and they're going to be sealed and everything. For the ceiling, the plan will be I'm actually going to do sound isolation clips along here, which is going to decouple the drywall from the joists here and drop that ceiling down probably about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches there. Then we're going to put 2 layers of drywall on there, 2 layers of drywall on the wall and everything too. We're going to insulate up in here and all that. And then before I finish up and we start mud and tape, I'm going to basically try some sound deadening, see how well it is down here. If we need to, throw up 3 layers of drywall, and we'll see how that goes. Bars still going to go over here. Plumbing's done there. Still got to run the plumbing for the bathroom, for the water lines, and the drain. Well, we already got the drain and everything done. This is water lines for the fridge and my coffee maker upstairs. That's going to get actually moved down to here later on there, just so that I have access to it, because this is all going to get enclosed here. Also ran this power here. This is actually potentially in the future we might do some work on our kitchen upstairs, and we might actually put the fridge right up above on here, because right now it's kind of running. The fridge is kind of sitting, yeah, pretty much right above here. But it's right in front of the dishwasher right over here, which actually makes things a little bit tight upstairs because it's a bit of a bigger fridge. Also, it's a bit of a pain when you're trying to get in the fridge and on the dishwasher. So we're thinking about actually moving it along this backside, and then we'll extend the countertop along there. But that'll be another project for another time. Still got to build the soffits for these guys here. This is going to get cut off. This was never supposed to be this long, but no big deal. Still got to figure out HVAC. That's probably going to be the trickiest part for the sound deadening in here. The original plan was I was just going to cut this out and turn this whole joist into a cold air return. But that might not actually work. That might actually allow a lot of noise to kind of get through up into the floor here and escape from this room. So I need to find out exactly how to do that, if I should still use this as the cold air return. I might just use it for the cold air for the office, and then try to figure out how to put a cold air return maybe like over here or something that comes up, because up in over here, this cavity and this cavity actually need to be sealed, because these are actually acting as cold air returns for my joists. Like you can kind of see a bit of the stuff here is supposed to be all covered in here, but since I was running cable through and everything like that. Also got to finish for the networking. I've actually run OM4 fiber optic upstairs as well as a Cat 6. for 10 gig, but this OM4 with the right transceivers and right thing, I can do 100 gig on that. So I'm actually going to take 2 more drops of that, run those over to here, so that I have a drop in the office, one inside the theater room. Also going to run another one up over into here. I've got to actually cut the drywall out in my living room and run the wire down here, because there's actually a RG6 cable going up there for cable, but there's no Cat 5, no Cat 6. So I'm going to try and run a Cat 6 and a fiber up there. That way we have good connections everywhere in the house. And yeah, so that's pretty much the update in the basement.